Hello everyone, welcome back to Code Progress. I am Ashini Ayodhya and today we are diving into an essential topic in data structures, nonlinear data structures with examples. So, let's get started. So, what exactly are nonlinear data structures? Unlike linear data structures like arrays, lists, or stacks that organize data in a sequence, nonlinear data structures arrange data hierarchy. This means data elements can have multiple relationships, offering greater flexibility and efficiency in managing data. These structures are perfect for complex applications where relationships between data are intricate. There are several types of nonlinear data structures, but the most common ones are trees and graphs. Each has its own unique properties and uses. So today, I'm going to talk about trees. A tree is a hierarchical structure where each element called a node has a value and references to other nodes, known as tree. Let's break down the key components of a tree. The topmost node in a tree is called the root node. It is the starting point from which all other nodes descend. A node that has children is referred to as a parent node. The connections between nodes are called edges, representing the relationship between the nodes. The nodes that descend from a parent node are called child nodes. Each child node can itself be a parent to other nodes. Nodes without any children are called leaf nodes. They are the endpoints of a tree. A subtree is a portion of a tree that includes a parent node and all its descendants. Essentially, any node and its children can form a subtree. The height of a tree is the length of the longest path from the root node to the leaf node. It represents the maximum number of edges from the root to any leaf. Next, a common type of tree is binary tree, where each node has at most two children. The structure allows for efficient searching and sorting operations. For instance, consider a simple binary tree with nodes arranged from left to right. Each level of the tree can have up to twice as many nodes as the previous level, making the structure highly efficient for certain operations. Next, we have the binary search tree, BST. In a BST, the left child of a node contains value less than the parent node, and the right child contains value greater. This property makes BSTs extremely efficient for search operations. For example, if you're looking for a value, you can keep half of the tree at each step, making the search operation logarithmic in time complexity. Moving on, we have AVL tree, named after Adelson, Belsky, and Lentis. It's a self-balancing binary search tree, meaning it automatically keeps its height small in the face of insertion and deletions. The AVL tree maintains a balance factor, the difference between the heights of the left and right subtree, which is always minus 1, 0, or 1. Let's look at an example to understand this better. Consider the following nodes in the AVL tree. Node 10, 25, and 50 are leaf nodes with no children. So its left and right subtree heights are both 0. Therefore, balance factor is 0 minus 0 equals 0. Node 20 has two children, 10 and 25. Both children are leaf nodes, giving them heights of 0. Thus, the height of the left and right subtrees of node 20 are both 1. Hence, the balance factor of node 20 is 1 minus 1 equals 0. Node 40 has one child, 50, which is a leaf node with height of 0. The left subtree of node 40 has a height of 0 since it has no left child, and the right subtree has height of 1. Therefore, the balance factor of node 40 is 0 minus 1 equals minus 1. Finally, for the root node 30, the left subtree has height of 2 from the 20 and the right subtree has height of 2 from the node 40. Therefore, the balance factor of the root node 30 is the 2 minus 2 equals 6. To maintain balance, area trees use rotations. There are 4 types of rotations: left rotation, right rotation, left-right rotation, and right-left rotation. Currently, left rotation. This occurs when the node becomes unbalanced with a balance factor of minus 2, meaning its right subtree is too tall. The left rotation makes the right child the new root, balancing the tree. Right rotation. This occurs when the node becomes unbalanced with a balance factor of 2, meaning its left subtree is too tall. The right rotation makes the left child the new root, balancing the tree. Next, left-right rotation. This is a combination of left and right rotations. It occurs when the left child of the node has right heavy subtree. First, a left rotation is performed on the left child, followed by the right rotation on the node. Lastly, right-left rotation. This is a combination of right and left rotations. It occurs when the right child of a node has left heavy subtree. First, a right rotation is performed on the right child, followed by left rotation on the node. And that wraps up our overview of nonlinear data structures and trees. We have covered basics of trees, binary search trees, and area trees, including detailed examples to illustrate balance factors. Understanding these structures is crucial for solving complex data management problems efficiently. So, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Drop your questions in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy coding!